Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome. I am just another Pokédad, and if you know where I stole my intro from, you're my kind of geek, and I say geek lovingly. I really do. So, happy St. Patrick's Day, and in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we had a league challenge at our local gaming store, and I played Venusaur Celebi. It's not easy. Being green is the name of this deck. And I did take second place. Second place and got the cool Acerola. I went 2-0-1 with this deck. And I will say I tied my buddy Marshall, who won. We tied in the last round. He won, and he won through better resistance because he beat my son, who won the seniors division. And so it's because my son is good and won seniors that I took second place instead of first. So I blame my son for that. But I love him. I do. Dash Gamer Boy Genius is his channel. If you want to check him out, he does some really cool stuff. But let's run over the deck. It's a fun deck. It's a kind of a stall deck and kind of an attacking deck. I don't quite know. There are a few things I'd like to change, but I'm going to run through what I played today. So Venusaur Celebi, we run 4 copies of that. And he's your only real attacker in this deck, truly. 270 HP tag team is a monster. Pollen Hazard does 50 and burns, confuse, and poisons your opponent. Solar Beam for 150 for 2 grass and a double colorless. And then your GX move, Evergreen GX, does 180, but if you have an extra grass energy attack, and it heals all damage on Venusaur and Celebi, but if you have an extra grass energy attached, you get to shuffle your discard into your deck. It's a nice reset. No resistance, weak to fire, didn't come up today, so we run 4 copies of that. And then we're running 1 copy of Prism Star Shaman. He does have free retreat, and that is literally the only use I got out of him. So this is a card I would change. I actually think I'd rather put in a Tapu Koko, which also has free retreat, but has a useful attack for a double colorless. And since we run double colorless in this deck, I'm considering that as a change. The only difference is you can't search Coco out with net balls, which you're running. And then we're running 4 copies of the Floral Heal Shaman from Lost Thunder, which ability, once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active grass Pokemon. So you're doing lots of healing in this deck. So it's a kind of a frustration deck. I don't have 4 copies. I had to borrow one from my buddy Marshall. I played that's my placeholder, the Jumpluff, but it's 4 copies of the Shaman. Supporters, we're running 3 copies of Lily, 2 copies of Erica's Hospitality, 4 copies of Cynthia. That's your draw support. We're running 2 copies of Guzma, 2 copies of Acerola, 1 copy of Judge, 1 copy of Gardenia to heal 80 damage from anyone that has a grass energy attached. Any one, as in number 1, not anyone. 1 copy of Plumeria, because this is also you want to try and hold your opponent energy under control. So you are going to do some denial with it. We run 4 copies of Netball. This allows you to search for a grass Pokemon or a grass energy, which I probably used it more for grass energies today than Pokemon, which when you're only running 11 Pokemon seems crazy. 9 Pokemon, I mean. Seems crazy, but getting Pokemon wasn't really my problem. 4 copies of Judge Whistle. This is just a nice cantrip card, really. It allows you to just draw a card, which is mainly what you're going to use it for. We do run 1 Judge, so you can get it from your discard back to your hand if needed. But really, what a cantrip card is a card that essentially plays and you get to draw a card, which means that essentially you are reducing the size of your deck by the number of cards that you can do that. So the fact that this just allows you to draw another card to replace it means that you're really playing a 56 card deck. And for consistency, that's a good thing. 1 copy of Max Potion, because you're putting a lot of energy onto and you don't have a quick way to get it. You don't want to run a lot of Max Potions, but when you're running energy short, this is actually nice because you can take a lot of damage and then just heal it off and start again. Maybe build up something on your bench and let your active just take some hits. That's maybe the reason to run more than 1 Max Potion. And then we're running, how many? 4 potions. 3 potions, which heal 30 damage. They worked today, but I don't know if that's the best heal. I'm not sure that there's another choice, but I'm not positive that that's my favorite. Run 2 enhanced hammers and 4 crushing hammers. And if you're like me, today I hit 1, I think, crushing hammer coin flip. So I'm not crazy about coin flip cards. I think I've probably said that before, but sometimes they're your only option for what you want to do. So again, we're running some energy control. Then 2 copies of buff padding. That allows you to put your Venusaur Celebi up to 320 HP, which is just outrageous. It really is. Really is outrageous. 1 choice band because your GX move does 180. So 210 if you can do this. Or your regular attack 180. Those are numbers you need to hit. Otherwise, you're just always kind of falling a little short. So I like having 1 copy at least. Wondrous Labyrinth, good early game to slow your opponent down if you can, as long as you're not playing against Grand Bull or something like that. But the attacks of all non-fairy Pokemon cost 1 more. So that's a nice slow my opponent down card. We're running 1 Aether Paradise Conservation Area to make attacks against your Venusaur Celebi do 30 less. And then we're running 1 copy of Life Forest Prism Star to allow you to heal 60 and remove all special conditions from one of your grass Pokemon. Energy-wise, we're running 4 copies of Double Colorless and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grass energy. So that is the deck. I'm going to go on to PCTCGO and do a couple battles and show it in action. I may make a few changes. Like I may take that Shaman out. So the deck we play online following, if it's different, I will let you know. But anyway, that's the one I played today for St. Patrick's Day and took 2nd place at our local shop and got the cool Acerola and 12 points. And it's not easy being green. All right, here we are. We're going to play a game with a modified version of the deck I just showed you. And I made only a couple minor changes. I did put in the Tapu Koko for the free retreat and actually to have a useful attack. And I traded out the potions for Moo Moo Milks, just so I could punish myself with a coin flip card. So we'll see how that works. I'm not holding out much hope that they're actually better than potion, but it's a chance to possibly heal 60, which could be better, but we'll see. So I'm going to start out a Venusaur Celebi, which is good, and get one Shaman on the bench, which is nice. When you only have 9 basics in your deck, to actually get 2 out on your first turn is always a pleasant surprise. And here we go. We got the old Gengar, and yeah, why not draw 3? Why not? Ooh, and I get the Cocoa out, so kind of sweet. I have a handful, Rayquaza. I do like that Rayquaza. Don't know what he's going to be paired with. I've played him with Solgaleo myself, which is one of my favorite Pokemon in general. So, but that's not Solgaleo. That's Chansey. So I really have no idea what we're coming up against and what kind of energy is on Chansey there. Is that grass? So I don't know. I don't even know what Chansey does other than becoming something else. But let's see. I'm going to start with the grass energy. We're going to try and get that energy off. And nice. And some buff padding. And we will Lily. Let's draw a card. We do run a judge, so we could actually use a judge whistle for the judge at some point if we need to. And that's all I get to do. I've got a handful of energy and some draw and some healing. I think I'm set up pretty well here. So we'll see how it rolls. So he's becoming Blissey. Roll with Cynthia. And the tough part is Rayquaza is going to get that energy back. So even though I'm hitting it, hit it with the hammer, he's going to get that back. So let's throw that out. Let's see if we can hammer the Rayquaza. That's good. And, oh yeah, it should heal. That's why Shaman's there, to get rid of some of that. I could throw down the Wonder Slabber, but that would really only hurt me more right at this moment. So I'm going to wait a turn if I can. We'll Pollen Hazard. And then once we have the next energy on, I'll still be able to attack with Pollen Hazard. So, so I think that's what I'm going to do, is wait on the Wondrous Labyrinth. So let's see. My guess is maybe a Lele Guzma so he can attack and knock out my Shaman. That's not a Lele. So this could be an all single prize attacker deck. Oh, there's the Lele. Never mind. He had it. He had it. So my guess is Guzma, and he'll take out the little Shaman. Sad, sad, but that's life, you know? Sometimes the little Shamans just don't make it. Oh, he's taking out the cocoa. Okay. Whoa. Oh, that's brutal, though. And still brutal, though. Wow. 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 I mean, you gotta feel bad. You gotta feel a little bad for that. That was rough. 160. Without using my GX, I can't even take him out. So I'm going to do this and just Pollen Hazard. Pollen Hazard is a pretty brutal little attack. I mean, confused, burned, and poisoned is nothing to scoff at. So putting 3 conditions on is rough, but he gets out of it and gets to, all right. Gets to try again with the powerful slap. And that was a powerful slap. Yes, it was. So the question is, do I think I'm just going to heal Gardenia and then not use my GX. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, because I don't have to use my GX move to knock him out. So I'm going to save my GX move, and that's the game. That went my way pretty easily. We're going to play another one, so stick around. All right, here we are for our second in our duels here, and I'm not sure what we're going to be up against, but we'll see how it rolls with the Venusaur and Celebi deck. And we have a mulligan, which is rough. I'm guessing this is going to be Ultra Necrozma, which is really probably a pretty tough matchup for us. Our only hope is maybe to be able to hammer off some steel energy to start with, and just hope that we move a little faster, getting rid of Inkays. But yeah, Ultra Necrozma can hit the numbers. 4 energy, I think, does us in, so not going to be probably the greatest matchup, but we'll see how we can do against it. We'll give it our best shot, right? That's all you can do when you face a tough opponent, a better deck, or even just get outplayed. Do it with a smile, do the best you can, and just hope for the best, because really it's just a game, and that's all you can do. There is no reason to get overly stressed about the play. Just do your best. And I'm going to guess that we're going to see a Lily here for 8, so that's a high 5 to my opponent. And we will see how it goes. So we've got some. We'll take out a Jirachi. We can do not much more right now other than just get ourselves set up, huh? All right, so we take a prize. That's always nice. Hey, and we get some draw support. Wish we had it before, but what can you do? What can you do? All right. He's got the double Malamars already. Another Jirachi at the ready. The only good thing is he doesn't have the energy yet on that Ultra Necrozma. What's he got in the discard? Oh, he does have one. So we'll see if we can avoid the big hits, at least for a little while. Viridian Forest is trouble, because that gives him a steel energy right off the bat. So the only, but he's going for that? Huh, interesting. Unless he already has steel in hand, but let's see. How it goes again. So he's got 2 Psychic on there. Let's hope we can slow him down just a bit. We're going to just let's get another Venusaur and Celebi out and just see what we can do here. Hopefully we can get a few prizes ahead so that way we're ready. I would like very much to get my choice band or preferably the choice band just so I can do the 190. That's the one problem with the Venusaur and Celebi deck is not hitting great numbers, which is why you have to hit a lot of healing in it. Since you're not hitting the big numbers, well, at least I have a hammer, so I can get rid of. The enhanced hammer will be able to get rid of that energy. So we'll just see. So that'll slow him down a bit there. Let's I'm going to put the energy here and start on our and then just judge. Nice. Get the buff padding out. We'll heal off some of the damage there. And just solar beam. So now at least we've got the value out of the Venusaur Celebi. And my hope is if he hits the steel, he just doesn't have the ability here to take the full knockout. And I think I can probably heal off all of the damage he might be able to do between the Gardenia, the Life Forest, and all that. So, 210, which is huge. But we're going to heal him. Heal him. Heal him. Heal him. I'm going to attach there. Let's get the last one out. Heal them. And heal them. And that's a frustrating way to win, but it's a win and I'll take it. So there you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And thank you for watching. And please remember to be happy, be safe, and be kind.